Console is attempting surface reconnection.
Come on!
Oh no. Whoa, Skyler!
Vault restart is now complete.
What did you just do, Skyler?
That was... Talk about a rush.
That was crazy fun. We barely escaped that. What just happened?
What was that? Field.
Might have been sweeping the vault, or chasing us.
An immune response? Maybe one last scrub for startup? This place is full of surprises.
No, that's not. This isn't Skyler. This is more Skyler.
We have to be more careful. That field almost disintegrated us.
But it didn't. You want to focus on that or the cool vault you just activated?
Atmosphere processor is online, recovering last console activity.
Is that the Helios cluster?
Yeah. There we are.
Eos.
That's Eos.
Whoa. Did restarting the system do that?
If that light is us, then all these points could be vaults in other worlds. Dormant.
Like I said, where's Vaughn and Reese?
Maybe. But why is there a whole network of them? What's all this
Things
for?
have just turned... Things just literally went down to Tales from the Borderlands, or Borderlands. Maybe, but what is this whole network of them?
Unless the builders show up to explain themselves, all we've got is guesswork. So far, we've seen bots, living plants, atmosphere processors.
Back home, some corporation hit a desert world with an ice comet. They changed the atmosphere to bring rain.
To help it support life.
That first processor we saw was making things worse, but maybe it malfunctioned.
Is that what these builders were trying to do? Make worlds habitable? Even terraform a whole cluster?
Hey, look there. That's different. Maybe it's active? We've got to go see.
Sam?
Extrapolating. These coordinates lie beyond the space we have currently surveyed, Pathfinder.
Mark it on our charts. We need more to go on. Let's head up to the surface. I could use some fresh air.
Nice. World Shaper achievement. Pay attention to weight. Ooh.
Look at that
Look
sky.
at that.
How? No atmosphere processor works that fast.
If this effect is representative, Pathfinder, air and moisture patterns will show noticeable improvement. Eos could support an outpost.
We've got a chance.
A foothold. That's all we need. Just enough to begin. This remnant technology could be the key to our survival, if we can control it.
You can. Kind of. Still, wouldn't hurt to find a manual.
We've got a lead. Sam marked it on the charts down
How do
there.
you know about
That site
Sam?
is active, whatever it is. Who knows what we'll find there.
We? You want to come along?
I want to know what makes the Remnant tick. You've got a key to their technology. Or a crowbar at least.
Oh, crowbar. Can I rely on you? Okay, you're in. This is professional.
I don't know. We're a team. You like working solo.
Sure, but we don't have to be joined at the hip to solve all this. Come on.
Fair enough.
All right. Pack what you need and...
Datapad, toothbrush, clean underwear, that'll do. I'll catch up with you.
Okay.
Well, this will be interesting.
Yeah, this will be interesting.
Now for our new outpost.
You have already logged an ideal site. Nav point noted. Updating Tempest.
The Nexus is on pins and needles, Ryder. Pods are inbound and ready.
Let's go make it happen.
I've gained a cryopod? Does that mean I get to uncryo something? Oh my. Yeah, I found this, a better beginning. Are you yes, fast travel there. Ooh, I like fast travel. Fast travel, I'm all for fast travel. Heck yes.
Fighting a Krogan.
Is that... Drac?
Drax here? And Ket. Of course there's Ket here. That is Drac. Might as well help him out. Not today, Ket.
Here they come! Loading ammo!
Hey, Drac. Hey. Hey!
Ryder, about time you joined the party.
Who, me? All in due time. All in due time.
Think I made them angry. Good.
Save some for me, old man!
Oh. Anointed. I need my... Yeah, overload.
That's it, kid. Keep it up. Good one.
Good job, Skyler.
That fight was fun.
You're telling me?
You can really handle yourself, kid. And I hear you're the one to thank for clearing up the sky. Had your number all wrong.
You're not so bad yourself, old man. Maybe we should work together after all.
This fight was pretty good, but you're still Nexus and green as a Drell.
Fair enough.
Still, something tells me you've got potential. Be ashamed to waste that. I mean, just point me to your ship and try to keep up.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great.
Wow. We've got a whole new set of people. Outpost beacon.
This is where we'll build our new outpost. A real beginning.
Prepping deployment order. You must choose what purpose this new outpost will serve.
Really?
The Nexus doesn't get a say?
Resources are at a crisis point. Protocol states this judgment call falls to the Pathfinder.
Huh.
With current supplies, you could build a military outpost focusing on defense and militia training. Alternatively, a scientific outpost could advance the initiative's research and discoveries.
What's your opinions, team?
What do you think? Military outpost or scientific?
Pathfinder's call, but research is no good if we're dead. Military.
It's got to be science. Our colonists need to understand their home.
Be advised that the first outpost placed by a Pathfinder will be a statement in itself. Fair or not, your choice will represent the initiative and its intentions in Andromeda. Consider carefully.
Yeah, so military makes a lot of sense because, you know, all that research, Cora makes absolute sense logically. Research may not be research won't do us any good if we get killed by the Ket or whatever other beasts are out there. Makes total sense. But if this is going to be key to establishing what the initiative is about underneath Skyler Ryder, Skyler being an engineer and being trying to stay cool and calculated and, you know, trying to use his brain more than his guns, the scientific outpost really represents him the best. And I'm glad Sam said that. This first outpost is going to be like the main. It'll be the start of how the initiative is represented. He's gonna go with scientific because that's more of Skyler's style.
Prioritize research and discovery. That's our foundation. And our future.
Orders prepped. Ready on your signal.
But Cora makes a very good point. Foothold. Wow. So you've got Sellers coming in.
Andromeda Initiative, this is Ryder.
This is so epic.
EOS is ready for deployment.
That's so cool.
Copy that.
Oh, I love this.
Outpost block inbound. And ready as hell.
This is so cool. I'm loving this so much right now, guys.
August Bradley, operational head for this block. Mayor now, I suppose. We're ready to make the most of what you delivered.
Take good care of it, not just my efforts.
It took a lot of people to get us this far. That's the work you'll continue.
I hear that. Prodromos. That's what we're calling her.
Prodromos, okay.
They're eager. I haven't seen eager for months.
Hi, Captain Addison.
EOS is far from golden. But now it's a producer. A real and reasonable first step. They think you did the impossible. The Nexus. I warned them, hoping was irresponsible. You proved me wrong, Pathfinder.
What's your game, Addison? No, he'll say this. You're right to be cautious.
I appreciate your candor. We're all on the same side.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I just keep seeing what we're gonna end up doing with this place. And by place, I mean the Helios
reality
cluster.
rider? You bought us time. But one outpost on a long-shot planet won't stop us from
It's the
starving.
first step of many.
You already have a lead on something else?
Yes.
The nav point from the vault.
Now it gets complicated. The others are ready to officially sanction your efforts, to be a part of your success. We all want the initiative to succeed, but after failing for so long, no one agrees on how to do it. Be aware, that's all.
Arguing is pointless. You're just as manipulative. I can handle myself. Whatever helps the initiative.
I don't care why anyone helps, so long as they do.
I've heard that before. Talk to Bradley. Later, we'll go over the extended job of Pathfinder. Until then, Tan's waiting on the Nexus.
Wow. Acquired 300 Andromeda viability.
Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder.
EOS viability increased by plus 10%. Wow. Look at that, guys. Give EOS radiation time to clear. Cool. This is good because that way we're not doing the, that way we're not doing the
Radiation levels within acceptable limits.
the Hinterlands thing where
Life support is back online.
you feel like you have to do everything. This one is literally telling you, get off this planet and come back later. Wait till the radiation clears up, then come back and check up on how things are going. But yeah, let's explore this new colony that we just made for ourselves. Wow. I love this. Because you really feel like you actually are making a difference. You're actually bringing hope to these people.
I keep wondering what our scientists will cook up for EOS.
We came to explore and learn. That's who we are.
Really hope all those scientists will be safe out here.
I'll make sure of it. No messages.
Okay, but when your shuttle gets eaten by space whales, don't say I didn't warn
Space whales? What space whales? I need a Kelly to tell me if I have new messages. Formal request for Darket Tiervin number 28. Making the request again, Bradley. I know it's not your fault. I know she's supposed to be a second wave. But I want a trail so that when all this comes down in a few years, we can get proper outraged about how long it took to reunite families. Especially ones hurt during the Site 1/2 mess. You know, broken promise is a thing, right? Requesting the deployment of Darket Tiervin, W84 Crispin, Exo Study Specialist. Reason, she's an asset that will help viability. She's also my daughter. Merchant. Oh, yes, I want to sell all my salvage. Confirm trade. Vendor items. Carnifex 2, Pathfinder Helmet 2, Cryo Ammo, Disruptor Ammo, and a bunch of consumables. I'm gonna save my money for now and see if I can... What's that? What was that noise? Sorry, Cora. My mistake.
Ryder.
Hi. Everybody doing okay in your new home? Why are you guys always in the dark?
Ah, Pathfinder. I hear you're to thank for a physics-defying atmosphere processor.
That's me. I'm Ryder.
Hanley Abrams, Director of Scientific Research on EOS, and writer of papers that start what the hell weather.
Nice.
But, new galaxy, new world, and a really new start. Gotta keep up. How can I help you?
What kind of research are you working on?
Your basic first in scientific work, soil, water, atmospherics, plus studying remnant tech, because now I need to understand that to survive here.
Activating that vault changed the planet. Anything to worry about?
Considering it's world-altering technology we've never encountered before, I hope not. But the storms show no signs of returning, and I know who to contact for remnant tech support. I'll take it.
Who are you asking for remnant tech support? Us? Us?
What do you make of Lieutenant Bradley?
Determined as hell. And he has incredible faith in us to get this done. Bradley would carry this outpost on his back if he had to, and we'll make sure he never has
That's
to.
great sentiment.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
Back home, I was filling test tubes in some dead-end lab. People knew me as Stefan, but that was never who I was. I knew what I could do, and I knew who I wanted to do it as. Hanley Abrams, Andromeda Explorer. That's me. Feels good. Feels right.
What made you choose the name Hanley?
It's the initials of all my favorite places back home. My fiancé helped me pick it before we left. When it's time, I'm hoping Bradley will perform our wedding ceremony.
Oh. Wow. Cool.
I've got to go.
Keep up the good work.
You too, Abrams. Good to meet you. Junso Park.
Pathfinder? Mind giving me your opinion on this? I'm planning classes for our first school, when we have one. Some say we shouldn't teach Milky Way history. All irrelevant now, apparently.
No, it still matters. History is very important. There's so many mistakes that we made back in the Milky Way galaxy. Don't repeat the same mistakes.
We were all shaped by that history. Our children deserve to know how and why.
What do you mean irrelevant?
Agreed. Maybe you'll change a few minds. Thanks for stopping.
What do you mean irrelevant? What are you talking about? How is it irrelevant? Dictation log, Scientific Director Hanley Abrams. How? What technology can do this so quickly? Neutralizing the radiation in the atmosphere without dramatic storm effects? The opposite. The weather's gone calm as a summer's day. That's unprecedented control over atmospheric pressure, gas, mixture, temperature. What else? And where's the interaction? Miss the dogs. Walking them in the Shuttleport Park always helped me through these problems. Forget side effects too. I should get a dog. Are there dogs? We got lucky with the conditions. We got lucky with the conditions here. This is comparable to sea level Earth. Eos is drier, but within limits. Moisture is binding into the desert plants and soil. More now since the vault. Points to a species with the same air mix temperature, gravitational comfort levels as us? Or is there another reason? Can't predict intent from result. Maybe Ryder's the one to figure out why. The how. That's my department now. Lucky old Hanley. You wanted bigger things? You sure got them now. Research proposal submissions review. Materials analysis of recovered Ket firearms. Approved. Important. Waterborne bacteria study. Approved, if you don't flush your work away. Color reactions and acuity in insectoid wildlife. What? No, not approved, unless you're going to make them stop at a red light. Comparison of quantum initialized string effects to relativistic waveforms. This is gibberish. I'm not giving grants for the best word salad. L0 voltage resistance testing. Finally, some real science. Approved. Nice. What's this part of the part of the settlement?
Pathfinder, over here.
Major Domo Bell Scott.
Pathfinder, Major Domo Evan Bell Scott. I have headaches, so you don't have to. Rather, so Bradley doesn't have to. I've also coordinated with your Ket expert. He wanted me to remind you to find him.
Ket expert?
I didn't assign a Ket expert to Prodromos.
Then he's a hell of a self-motivator. Here's the nav anyway. Precision is important.
How did you come to the initiative?
Like many, I was lost and looking for a purpose. That sounds loftier than it felt at the time. I was an insufferable ass. The training for the trip was probably enough to cure me of it. But I always took things too far. Didn't know how to stop alienating people until I was the alien. See? Still insufferable.
Sounds like you left some interesting circumstances.
I miss the family, and maybe they miss me. But that doesn't mean I'd go back. I mean, we can't, but still. I like where I came from. It's a great place to be from. You know what I mean?
Couldn't wait to leave. I might have stayed.
I don't know. I liked where I was. There were other things that brought us here.
Not me. Eyes on distant stars. Always have been.
Where'd you launch out of?
The pale blue dot. Terra Prime. Big old boring Earth. I miss that wet dog smell after the first snow melts. I don't know why. What about you? Miss anything?
I miss convenience, stupid romantic things. I miss not being a hero. No. No, I miss not being a hero. I miss convenience. I miss stupid romantic things.
I miss the time on the couch before media loads. Make your choice, and as a B- rom-com bounces between satellites, the size of the planet decides how long you wait in the dark.
Your popcorn sounds nice, Pathfinder.
Another time.
Of course. Pathfinder Ryder, can I help you?
EOS via viability.
Thoughts on how the Outpost is doing? The planet?
Stellar. We keep it up. We'll make this world look like the brochures.
Well, that's good.
Thoughts on your boss?
The old man. He's pretty tied into what happens here. I just pick up the day-to-day scraps. Good at cracking the whip for these science types. Doesn't fall for the details. I hope he's proud. Feels like he's proud.
Any trouble with the Ket?
Clearing the sky cleared it for the bad guys as well as us. So some uptick in hostility was to be expected. We've some tricks up our sleeves, thanks to the research teams. That only goes so far. Your expert is still out there. He'd have more current information than
I have to find out who this expert is. All right.
Another time.
Of course.
Who's the expert on Ket? Secure comm Nexus Prodromos. Well, not so secure anymore. To Director Tan from A. Bradley. Tan, appreciate the personal interest, but my people are getting twitchy with all the messages you're sending them. I'd like their minds on the job, not being under a microscope. Addison's the one I call. I get it. Site 1 and 2 are still raw for us, too. But Prodromos isn't the same. No better way to prove that than to let us do our jobs. Give them space and I'll give you all the footage you need to make it play well back on the Nexus. Agreed? Bradley. Post-deployment block party. To all Prodromos personnel from A. Bradley. Everyone, initial setup went by the books and we're operational in record time. Be proud. I am. Now that the first deployment wave is in, I'm giving it the all clear to break into the good stuff. We've got a new colony to toast and some lost friends to say goodbye to. Lights go down and drinks raise up at 2000 hours. Bradley. Well, that's nice. Having morale, especially after all the nastiness that's been going on, is super important. August Bradley. I'll get to him last. Dr. Ramirez.
Right. August said you might swing by. Ryder, yes?
Yes.
Dr. Ramirez. Run the clinic here on EOS. Much better than life as an Alliance medic.
Good to meet you.
I'll guess you're not here for a checkup. How can I help you?
What's the latest from your clinic?
Usual checkups for first-in colonists. Plus a few cases of dehydration and some blindness. Nothing serious.
Why did you join the Andromeda initiative?
I served in the Alliance as a medic, but let's say I saw one Batarian slave raid too many. I knew August, Bradley, and when he signed on to the initiative, suggested I consider it. This seemed like a better frontier.
What do you think of Bradley?
I've known him for years. I was the squad medic when he was injured, and we kept in touch after his discharge. He's a smart fellow, a good lieutenant, but a better mayor.
That's good.
And it bugs him when I call him August. So I restrict myself to 2 or 3 times a day.
Like the good doctor should.
What's it like living in our first successful outpost?
It's early days, but promising. Everyone pitches in, everyone matters. We know we'll make this work.
All right, nice to meet you, Doctor.
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime.
I really...
Preferably unharmed.
I'm glad they put this back into this type of game. I really do enjoy just walking around, talking to everybody, getting to know people, hearing their stories, because everybody has their own story. Victor Carson, Mr. Josephs, I find it troubling that you think I could be swayed from my duty by an offer of credits. I understand Victor Carson is a friend of yours, but that's hardly an adequate reason to release him from cryostasis and send him to Prodromos. Beyond that, from what I hear, you two are a disaster waiting to happen. I know all about the prank you and Mr. Carson pulled on Everett before the journey to Helios. Victor Carson will be released from stasis when I see fit and assigned to an outpost that best suits his skill set. And if I hear you've gone over my head and spoken to Addison about this, you'll have me to answer to. Administrator Brecca. Class notes number 24, Ramirez. Dr. Ramirez. Patient ID 024, symptoms, condition, acute insomnia, claustrophobia. Details. On examination, no organic underlying cause. Apparently suffered a mechanical failure when coming out of stasis that locked her in the pod. Clearly a psychosomatic case, but symptoms are acute. Prescribed tetravoxine and VR post-stasis therapy. Next appointment in 2 weeks. Wow, that's gotta be scarring. Personal notes. I'm seeing several cases of post-stasis anxiety and other related conditions. The techies solved a lot of the physical effects of long-term stasis, but we're clearly seeing that psychological effects run a lot deeper. People just aren't designed to be turned off for too long. Should talk with Hanley about long-term research initiative. We're first for a lot of things. See, that's a really good point. Being in cryogenic stasis for 630-something years, that's got to have not only a large weight on your body, but also psychologically, you know, weight. I'm glad they addressed this, because that is a very realistic thing to take in consideration. Patient ID 076, symptoms, condition, multiple leg fractures. Detail, patient lost his grip and fell during maintenance work on the roof. Jump jets failed to fire. Compound fractures to the right leg. Severe sprains to left ankle. Patient showed an allergic reaction to anesthetic, so I borrowed August and a couple engineers to hold 76 down while I set the legs. Application of foam cast inappropriate and anglecia followed. Personal notes, noisy day, but hopefully an object lesson to the rest of the outpost about jump jet maintenance. Patient is healing nicely, should be falling off roofs again in a week. Oh, Doc. You and your sense of humor. There's nothing like doctors and their... Is that like a water purifier? I guess it is. Doctors and their dark sense of humor.